Good morning, party people. Welcome back. You want to hop down? Good girl. You just want to say hi to everyone. Hey, tomorrow morning, Lee and I are going on a 25-kilometer trail run in the Blue Mountains. This will be our first reconnaissance mission into the Blue Mountains. So I'm currently preparing for it, and I thought this is a really good opportunity to talk through what I'm taking on the trails so you guys get an idea. Now, this is only for the bigger runs. Anything over a half marathon, so 21 Ks, is what I'm carrying this stuff for. So I'll break it down for you guys right now, showing you what each thing is, what I'm using. I'm not taking all of this. This is just a selection I've got to show you. So starting things off with the vest. This is the vest I've got. I don't remember what it's called. Something 12 by Solomon. It essentially holds 12 liters. I think that's how it works there. So this one has two 500 ml water bottles on the front here, as well as a space on the back for my liter bladder, which it also has inside here a little cooler bag, which I've just lost. There it is, a cooler bag. So that goes in the back there to keep the bladder nice and cool, because while it's on my back and I'm running, I'm getting really hot. So at least it stops my liquid from overheating. In the liquid, I've got two things. So I found in the past, I did a 24-kilometer trail and I cramped up really badly in my carbs because, one, I don't get enough potassium in my diet due to me not eating bananas because I find them disgusting to even smell. So one thing I've done is I've actually stopped flushing my system with water. I hydrate enough leading up to it, but in the runs, I don't drink that much straight water. What I do have is Powerade, Gatorade sports drink in the two front bladders. So that's 600 mils. I'll normally put one of those in each of these. So a little bit left over. And then in the back, in the bladder here, I've been using this product here. It's called Tailwind. It's got slight caffeination. It's got carbs. It's got sodium. It's got electrolytes. It's got potassium, all those things. So I'll normally put like 3 of those into a liter, which gives me more than enough there, or mineral hydration. This is just like electrolyte formula, hydrolyte, whatever you call it. These are sports variations of that. So this gives you all of that same stuff. It also is like a really nice thing. I feel like having that bit of extra sweetness while running, it's not necessarily refreshing, but it's rewarding. Your body like truly needs those nutrients. And as I'm trying to maintain size while doing this, the more muscle I have, the more there is to cramp up. So that's what I've got there. I do also have these. This is Cramp Fix. This is something I was only recently put onto by a friend who's a marathon runner. And he said this is a game changer. If you're feeling things tighten up a bit, your body will like really utilize these. So I've got this in here just in case. Now, we'll continue talking supplements because there's a few things on the table here I can show you. Goo. We talked about this in the first video. This is something that I'm not a huge fan of these. Just not my preference. I find them quite sticky and, I know this sounds dumb, but gooey in my mouth. I do have some of those left over from the last run. However, I was just put onto these Hydrogel by Morton. This is like a jelly consistency as opposed to a goo consistency. I find these way easier to consume and they're non-flavored. So it's just like a general sweetness. I find these so much easier to get down. They're a little bit more expensive, but I feel like the quality in that product is just better for me. So I've got 2 options there. I've got the basic ones and I've also got a caffeinated version there. So this is a great way of only to get that extra bit of caffeine. That's the way to do it. The other thing I have used is these different variations of like chews. Now, again, I prefer these over the Goo product. This is like a gel made by Goo, but I feel like chewing on these is a lot easier way of me getting those like calories in as well as the extra carbs and electrolytes rather than the Goo product. So it comes down to personal preference. If you're looking to test things out, I would say do it on like a smaller run. Don't just wait until the big ones because some of these can sit differently in people's stomachs, but I haven't had any problems with that. But Lee, who I'm running with, he uses Goo, he likes them. I'm now using the Morton gels just because, as I said, it sits better and I find I consume them easier. And that's the biggest thing while running. You want something that's easy to get down. So that's that. Now the last things I've got in here is my puffer. I'm an asthmatic, so I keep that in there. I take it before I run just to like open my airways up, because a lot of time we're starting early in the morning, and then it's in there just in case I get asthma later on. But so far so good. When it comes closer to the Ultra, which is in May, things will have cooled down a bit in the Blue Mountains, so I'll definitely be needing that because cold air can close up my lungs. Denka Rub, like a heat cream, that's for any cramping, soreness, particularly my calves. My calves seem to be the area that goes the worst, so that's there for there. And snake bite bandages. This is something you need running trails in Australia, particularly in the summer months. It's something that Lee is petrified of. I don't know if you guys noticed when in episode 2 we ran past the goanna, but Lee had a bit of a freak out attack because he thought it might have been a snake. So at least carrying this gives him a bit of peace of mind, but it is also something that we need, because if you get bitten by a venomous snake while on a trail, you need to make sure you're looking after that bite because it can be deadly. That's that. That's our trail pack. That's what I'm taking. So essentially, to give you a better idea of what I actually carry in my bag, that's it. It's still a fair bit. It adds a little bit of extra weight, but this backpack vest is really comfy too. It straps up, it holds on really nicely. I'll show you guys once I'm in this tomorrow and we're hitting the trails. I'm going to attempt to film. Hopefully I'll have my mind about me to actually film parts of it on the phone. But I'm excited. We did a 25K trail on the weekend too. So we'll actually be going over 50Ks this week. It's the first week we'll be topping over 50. I ran a 7K yesterday, did a 25K on Sunday, and then there's another 25K tomorrow. So that's exciting that we're finally hitting those numbers. And the run the other day, I finished feeling, honestly, 7 out of 10. I felt great. I didn't cramp. I didn't have any problems. I wasn't underhydrated. It wasn't too hot, thankfully. So things are looking good. I'm excited. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Good morning, party people. It's bright, it's early. It's currently just gone 7 o'clock. We are in the Blue Mountains. It is a very grey, misty morning. And we're currently getting ready. I've just put my socks on, but I want to show you this. Do you want to talk through why you're wearing toe socks? Why are we wearing toe socks?
To prevent toes rubbing together, less blisterage, more comfort.
That's the correct term, yeah. So you can see here on my toes as well, the split toes. I read a thing a while ago that it was saying that it also gives you a little bit more like proprioception of the toes, so you can split your feet out a little bit more, get a bit more grip, and also not just rely on like having a hoof. It allows you to use the feet properly. As we're running for a while, you're gonna be on your feet for a while, so you don't want to get them too stiff and sore. I'm gonna keep putting my shoes on, and I'll see you guys on the trail. Instant waterfalls. That's what you love. Check this out. So we're in a place called Lura in the Blue Mountains right now. This is where we're starting from. I accidentally stopped recording there, but what a way to start things off. How pretty is that? Cute little bridge situation going on here. Lee,
It's a lot.
look at the rainforest vibe there too.
Yeah. Slightly different scenery to usual. It's nice.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm excited. I feel like we're gonna get a bunch of different stuff going on through this whole run too, like in terms of climate. Hopefully the sun comes out too. It's exciting. Just saying this might be a great spot on the way back up to dunk the head. It's a classic Lee Brown move. Put the hat in the water.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a 10 out of 10 experience in terms of rainforest, but we've also gone so far downhill so quickly, which means it's all uphill to finish. But that's for like future Nathan Lee to deal with. Let's go. Hey Lee, can I get you to hold that for 1 second? Thank you, sir. I want to talk to you guys while we catch a breath here about the Blue Mountains. You probably can't see it that well through this camera right now, but the Blue Mountains have their name because it has this like haze when you look out of it of blue, and that comes from the gum trees that have this like bluey grey colour to them, which just coats the landscape. So what we've gone through now is like real like rainforesty, but here it opens up into like proper forest. We just stopped here and thought that was a really cool view to kind of showcase that a bit more. On a blue day, like a blue sky day, it's even more pronounced. Also, I'm sweating.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I feel good, tears in us, silence pours out of it, 'cause it's complex, not enough, so feed off of the drugs to let me out of this world. It doesn't matter anymore, let's make it up, we'll play pretend. In my dream, how long before we descend? The coffin is coming, you out of it as well. Let's make it.
That's a stop. How are we feeling?
Sketched out. This is up high.
Oh, yeah, you're not the heights. We are very high. But look at that view.
This is better than Mount Wonderbar now today.
Yep, this is a 10 out of 10 view. So, to show you guys where we've come from, we've kind of skirted around the edges of this whole valley. And we started from way over there, which is pretty cool. Time for some gels. I think it's time to crack open this bad boy. This is the caffeine one I said yesterday. So I haven't had any of my hydro gels yet. I just had one of the other goos because I enjoy these more and I feel I need them on the way home. As we have a lot of elevation, which, Lee, can I see your wrist? Show me elevation.
Um,
One more. There we go.
yeah, I've done 403.
Yeah. So you can see here on this green, that shows the elevation as we've gone along, which is pretty crazy. So we just went uphill a bit, which is great, which means we get to go downhill, but those stairs at the very start, that's what we're finishing with.
Yeah.
Apparently this should be around about 1,100 meters elevation total. We'll find out soon.
Can't have it in my dreams, you look just like me, reflecting, no emotion.
It's really hard to film you whilst watching where I'm running. I don't even know if you're in frame. How's that? So good? Nice.
Stream push-ups.
Yeah. Mid-run push-ups. Oh, there we go. Actually feels so good.
I need to get my face under.
Man, we just dumped our heads in another waterfall because I was saying we were both probably at like a 4 out of 10. We've got 2 kilometers to go and it says it should take an hour and a half because it is all uphill. All the stairs we did to start, well, this is the beginning of them right there. Invigorated.
The waterfall was great. The stairs did not look great.
Yeah. And they hurt. Hey Lee, can you be heading that bit for me? Yeah, it's clean. Same water. It'll be clean.
I like that bit.
Because I want to be able to film you underwater. So good. We're back to the beginning. Not quite the beginning. We started from the car, so we keep going up there. We're at 24 point... What are you at?
24.57.
24.57. So we are so close. It's so hot. I'm ready to finish. What's the temperature? Say on your watch. Hold that. It's only 25 degrees.
It feels hotter.
It feels way hotter. Anyway, I'll see you in the car. We are back in the car, and to be honest, we're about an hour and a half on the way home, but we were both fairly ruined at the end of that. I just didn't remember to record, but we're saying, so we ran on Sunday 25k with about 1,000 meters elevation, and today is Friday, so we had 4 days of rest in between. I also trained legs twice in that time as per the program, but normally we would do our long run on a Sunday, and I think how ruined we both are now is an indication that we need greater rest in between.
Yeah.
But we finished it, and it's a good sense of accomplishment to be like, yeah, we got it done. There was a lot more elevation this one. Strava says that it's like 1,400 meters, which we'll put up on the screen over Lee's face right now, sorry. But good, success. Now it's time to rest and recover. So,
And eat.
yeah, 100%. Problem is, as soon as we finish, I don't feel like eating. Lee's hungry, I just have no appetite. All I want was hydration, so eat big tonight, refuel, and tomorrow is a full rest day, which is exciting for me. Do you have a full rest day tomorrow?
Well, I'll have the kids to worry about, but other than that,
It's
I won't
like
train.
sort of rest. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's no actual training, it's just hanging with these kids. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and we will see you guys in episode 4.